What's up, guys? Welcome back to Booch TV. Now, I know I didn't upload yesterday. There's a reason for that because I was feeling a little bit under the weather, so I had to get some sleep. I'm pretty sure it's because my lack of sleep and my lack of just, resting since I've been here. So I had to sleep. I just couldn't. There's no way I could. But today I'm gonna make up for that. I'm gonna upload twice to get back on track. So this is Vlogmas Day 6, and then later on the video I post will be Vlogmas Day 7. And I hope you guys are okay with that, because I'm sorry, I should have uploaded yesterday, but I just couldn't. I physically could not do it. But nevertheless, I have another talking head video for you guys because I'm playing 6v6 tonight, spoiler alert. So obviously I'm not gonna post a training video because I'm playing tonight. And this video is gonna be about my 5 tips for off season. And that's pretty much from the minute off season starts to when it ends, because everybody, has a different way of going about it. I'm gonna tell you guys my way, what I think works, what works for me, and yeah, that's pretty much what the video is gonna be about. If you guys do like this video, please like and subscribe. If you're enjoying the channel, subscribe. I hope you guys are enjoying Vlogmas, and yeah, welcome back to Vlogmas Day 6. Okay, you guys, so for tip number 1, the first tip I have for off season is at the start of the off season, you want to take 2 weeks off. You want to take this 2 weeks off because you've just been training and playing almost every day for 9 months or 10 months. Your body needs time to rest, decompress, get its legs back under you after a long season. And typically all my strength coaches and coaches, trainers, head coaches have always said, take 2 weeks off, relax, rest your body, get everything back under you, and just do nothing but chill. So no running, no fitness, no gym work, no training whatsoever, just 2 weeks off. Now, that has always been hard for me, I'm not gonna lie, because I just love, playing all the time. I love going back home and playing 6v6 with my friends on like Wednesdays and Fridays, and it's always been hard for me to do that. But luckily, for the past few years, I've been getting better at it, taking those 2 weeks off and just being disciplined so that my body, doesn't get injured or anything like that. And this year, I'm not doing that because I was injured for about 6 weeks during the season. So those were pretty much my weeks off. I really couldn't do anything for like 5 weeks pretty much because it was my ACL and I sprained it. So I didn't take those 2 weeks off for this off season. But I'm sure if I'm fit all next season, I'll be taking the 2 weeks off next year. But yeah, that's tip number 1. I didn't do it this year because of my injury, so I already had the 6 weeks off or the 2 weeks off. And yeah, you guys, 2 weeks off, relax. Don't worry about it, it's all part of it. Just relax, take 2 weeks off, and enjoy those 2 weeks. Tip number 2. So I'm pretty lean, I'm a pretty skinny guy, like I'm just naturally skinny. I don't hold muscle too well just because of the amount of calories I burn and the amount of cardio I do. So for me, the off season is a perfect time to strengthen the areas of my body that need to get stronger. So for me, that's mainly like my calves, my hamstrings, my upper body for sure. All of that, my core need to be strengthened, because in season it's really hard to do that, mainly because I'm always training, I'm always burning calories, I'm always losing some of my muscle mass because I'm training so much. But in the off season, I don't have to train every day like I do in season. I'm not obligated to. So I do need to spend extra time trying to strengthen my body, especially my legs, because the stronger your legs are, typically the longer you'll be able to last in a match. And I need to strengthen those. It'll help me in my career. It'll help me to go into the next season, to go in strong, to go in complete, so I don't have to, balance out my body when I get into preseason with my team, because I want to come in already strong, already fit. And yeah, off season typically for me, or if you're skinny like me, or if you have trouble keeping muscle mass because you run a lot, then use the off season, or I would recommend that you use the off season to strengthen your body, because this is the time where you don't have to do as much cardio, you don't have to run all the time, you don't have to train all the time. You can actually focus on putting on muscle so that you can go into the season, or go into the preseason with your team strong, ready to go, and ready to play the 90 minutes. Okay, so now on to tip number 3. So tip number 3 can be difficult. Trust me, it can be just as difficult as taking the 2 weeks off. Especially for me, it's definitely used to be really hard for me to do. But as I've gotten older and more mature, I've been able to do it a lot better. And tip number 3 is train in moderation. So you have to remember that the off season is time for you to, you know, I guess relax in a sense. You don't have to relax too much, but you do want to like not be training every day. At least for me personally, I don't want to train every single day to max capacity. If I do decide to train every day, it's because I'm putting less minutes on the pitch. So let's say if I train every day for 5 days, each training session might only be like 45 minutes, maybe sometimes 35 minutes, but typically that's how I like to do it. Honestly, I like to train every other day at least, and then use those days in between as gym sessions, because you know, I need to put on muscle, I need to not be doing so much cardio. So for me, I like to train pretty much every other day, and then I'll play 6v6 some days, which is a lot of cardio. So if I do that, then the next day I probably won't be training. Like tomorrow, after I play tonight, I most likely won't be training. Training in moderation is key, because you know, you still want to keep getting better. Like that's 100% a fact. You want to use this off season to improve anything that you felt like you were weak at during the season, and that's what I like to do. I'm always working in the off season. Doesn't matter what happens, I will be training the off season. That's just how it's been, and now I get to show you guys what I do when I'm training in the off season. But you also want to, you know, give yourself some time. Like, don't kill yourself. You're not in season, remember that. You just have to train in moderation. So pretty much the amount of minutes you spend on the field could be every day you train. Try to limit how many minutes you train for, just because you don't want to tire yourself out. You don't want to start your season 3 months before the rest of your teammates, pretty much, because you're gonna end up burning out a lot quicker. So train in moderation, do that. Yeah, every other day works for me, and take days off after I play 6v6, because that's pretty much a game. I'm pretty much running the whole time. I need to rest my legs. And yeah, so that is tip number 3. Okay, so now let's get into tip number 4. Tip number 4 is, I don't know if every player does this, but I assume most professionals do this before they get into preseason with their team. I know personally I've always done this, and I guess the past 3 years I've done this like exceptionally well with Orbita and Orlando, because they've always helped me and always pushed me and always gave me a place to train and improve consistently. But tip number 4 is, you want to figure out when you want to start your preseason, like your individual preseason. I like to call it preseason. I'm sure you guys have seen a video of me calling it that in the past, but that's pretty much what you want to do. Plan out what day or how long of a time frame before you go off with your team that you want to start ramping it up for yourself. Typically, I like to do that about 2 weeks before I go off with my team for preseason. Now, obviously this year, I'm a free agent, so I'll be going to a new team. But it's good to, you know, get fit early, show the coaching staff and whatever new players that, you know, you're serious about this. Show them that you're mentally prepared to put in the work, so that if you come in fit, I promise you, everybody's gonna look at you a lot differently. You will gain the respect of the coaches, and especially the trust of the players, if you come in prepared. So I like to do that about 2 weeks before. This year I'll do it 3 weeks before, just because I did take off, you know, 6 weeks, like I said, for my injury, so I can ramp it up a little bit earlier and make sure that I'm ready to, more than ready to go. Honestly, make sure that I'm top of the line, top of the fitness charts, as I am playing, you know, to the best of my ability. So that is tip number 4. It's just, you want to plan it out, decide pretty much, you want to try to decide like a month into the off season. Like, you want to be pretty clear. I decide a lot earlier just because I have my travel days set from way before, but that's a good thing to do. Do a preseason just for yourself, just to make sure that you're coming in flying to preseason, because it will help you win a spot in the team a lot quicker if you're already fit and showcasing yourself to the best of your ability. Yeah, so that's tip number 4. All right, now let's get into the final tip, tip number 5. And I know tip number 5 is gonna be something you guys didn't expect. I'm sure it's gonna be something that is a lot more, you know, not as intense, nothing like that. But tip number 5 is pretty simple. Enjoy the off season. Like, spend time with your family, spend time with your friends, do things that you want to do, have fun, enjoy yourself. Like, no one's gonna kill you for enjoying your time when you're not in season. That's what it's there for. That's part of the reason a lot of us chose to play the game, is because You know, you're doing what you love. You don't have to work 7 days a week. You don't have to request time off. You don't have to do any of that. You get, you know, months off to enjoy life, because in season there's none of that. It's pretty much hard work, sleeping early, not doing too much fun things. That's just how it is. So once season's over, you know, enjoy yourself. Go out with some friends. Go, if you like to party, go party. If you like to go to like amusement parks, go to amusement parks, museums. Go do stuff that, you know, you enjoy. Don't be all so tense all the time and just train. Like this is not it. Like that's not what I do. I mean, if it works for you, it works for you. But personally, enjoy your life in the off season, because once the season starts, it's done. You're not partying anymore. You're not going to spend like late nights with friends or anything like that. You gotta pretty much buckle down and be professional. But in the off season, relax, enjoy it, take some time off. Just don't always think about football 100% of the time. Like, let your mind go away from the football side of things, go away from work, all of that. It'll help you. I think personally, mentally, it helps you not burn out so much in season or as quickly, because you truly did use the time that you had in the off season to relax. And once you get that time to relax, or vacation mode and all that, once you get that out of your system, you'll go into the season, you know, ready to work for a longer period of time without the burnout. Because in mid-season, burnout is a thing. And I wish, like, in a sense, coaches, I guess, felt that, because players do feel that mid-season burnout. I think a good thing for a lot of teams that they could do is like just take a day or 2 days to just, you know, relax, enjoy life, because mid-season burnout is definitely a thing, and teams go through that a lot. Like players especially go through that a lot. In my experience, you'll see teams tend to drop off sometimes, and it happens. But yeah, so tip number 5 is enjoy it. Spend time with your friends and family, the people that love you, people that care for you. That's pretty much what I like to do, you know, because you won't see them as much in season. You never know what life might bring, especially with like pandemics and stuff. So spend time with them. And yeah, you guys, that's tip number 5. And there you have it, guys. Those are my 5 tips for the off season. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and got something out of it, and maybe even use this information for yourself. Everybody is different, so these might not be the same things that you want to do for yourself. You might want to tweak some things or change some things up. But personally, those 5 tips are what work for me, and what, you know, keep me loving the sport and wanting to improve, and all those good things. Those 5 tips help me every offseason, because in the offseason, it is easy to, you know, for some players to just not do anything and just be lazy, but that's not what I like to do. And also some other players like to work all the time and train every single day for an hour and a half, all of that. And that's also not what I like to do, because I know my body will not handle that too well. No, it won't. It just won't. But those are my 5 tips, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video and you get something out of it. And good luck with your off season, because you're about to see mine, and mine's gonna be more intense than in the past. But thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you guys later, actually. And I hope you guys are gonna enjoy the video I have putting out. I'm gonna double upload. I'll see you guys later. So yeah, be easy.